This hypnosis track is for those of us that struggle with procrastination. Procrastination issues can be a real source of frustration in life, making even the simplest of tasks really difficult to get done. But importantly, those things we really want to achieve in life are slipping further and further away from us with each day we waste through procrastination. It's something that many of us struggle with to varying extents, and not many of us recognize the habits that we have that make our procrastination worse. Through this track, we aim to educate ourselves on procrastination and work to rewire the brain so that we can finally gain control over ourselves and our actions, so that we can stay on top of things and do those things we really want to do sooner rather than later. Making yourself comfortable for the night or for a break in the day. When you're ready, you can close your eyes, and I'd like you to bring your attention now to the top of your head. Tension often begins in the tiny muscles of the scalp. So focusing on those muscles now, allowing them to become calm and relaxed as you let go. Moving down now into the muscles of the face, relaxing the forehead, the eyes and the eyelids, releasing that tension in the cheeks now, the mouth and the jaw muscles, and your tongue. And appreciate that relaxing feeling as the entire face now completely relaxes. And then noticing how nice it feels for the skin to be settling and smoothing out now as well. Into your neck and shoulder areas now, breathing comfortably and calmly as that relaxation moves down the tops of the arms, into the elbows, through your forearms, your wrists, and softly into your hands, resting in the palms now as it sinks into each individual finger. Starting with the little fingers, then the ring fingers, your middle fingers, into the index fingers, and finally your thumbs as your hands let go completely and relax. Drawing your focus now to the chest and your breathing. That soothing motion of the inhale and the exhale as the muscles in the chest relax as well. Into your back muscles now, the shoulder blades, and the two muscles travelling down either side of the spine. Follow those muscles, relaxing the surrounding areas down into the lower back now and around to your stomach. Easing any tension in the stomach muscles now and allowing your next breath to reach right down into the belly as you relax. Around the waist now, sinking downwards, relaxing the glutes and into your main thigh muscles. The knees, down into the shins and the calves, breathing slowly and comfortably as you finally reach down through the ankles, into the feet, and all the way down into the tips of your toes as you enjoy that lovely state of relaxation of the body that we rarely allow ourselves to reach. And you know you're completely free to shuffle around, coughing or sneezing. It's really not a problem. And you won't let that bother you in the slightest as you continue to relax and easily bring yourself back to that place of stillness and that pleasant state of mind. Resting in this pleasant way, you can give yourself permission now to do nothing but relax, with no need to focus too intently, no need to focus at all. If you find your mind drifting and dreaming, then know that you are completely free to do this. Allow the mind to do as it pleases. And if you notice you've become distracted, you can simply come back to the words again. And if you fall asleep, then this is also fine, as your mind will continue to hear all that is important to you. And any of these messages that are of benefit to you will be taken on board and acted upon by the subconscious processes of your mind, so that you can begin to make real positive changes in your life, in your approach to situations, in your energy levels and motivation. But for now, you can simply rest. Enjoy that sense of relaxation and the comfort in knowing that this time is for you, dedicated to communicating positive messages to your mind, so that your positive intentions, your aims and goals can rise to the surface like bubbles of air that have been trapped for a while, always wanting to reach the surface but held back by forces trying to maintain routine, but now slowly lifting and shifting, starting to gently release those bubbles so they can start making their way upwards, enjoying the dance as they go. As you visualize this relaxing dance, you can also allow positive images to drift into your mind. Positive memories of things that have happened recently, things happening in your life or in the lives of people around you, friends, family that are doing well, and then drawing your attention to the positive aspects of yourself. Despite struggling with productivity, despite the parts of you that cause you to procrastinate, there are many aspects of your life that are positive. What are these things? Maybe something you've done for someone else recently, a favor, or a compliment given to somebody. Things that show you that you are a good person, capable of kindness, capable of making good things happen. And what else do you like about yourself? Your ability to be caring to others, or to make people laugh, to give good advice when asked, to be trusted as a friend. Whatever these things are for you, just allow those positive thoughts and feelings to drift into the mind now. We can be so hard on ourselves in life, never hesitating to give ourselves grief if we haven't met deadlines or expectations that we set for ourselves, or for mistakes we've made in the past. But little do we give ourselves a moment to really appreciate the things we do well, things that make us proud of ourselves. This is something to recognize in life. Our thoughts are so important to our well-being, our attitudes and emotions, and our subconscious mind can soon start to work against us if we're not taking care of ourselves. Procrastination can be a troubling thing. In some cases, procrastination will mean we are late for events, miss deadlines, seem unreliable at times, and in more worrisome cases, procrastination can mean that important things we'd really like to achieve in life can get put on the back burner, so to speak, making our chances of achieving that goal slimmer and slimmer. and sometimes even completely ruining our chances of success. You will have your own reasons, your own desires, and your own risks involved in what procrastination means to you. But for now, let the negatives take a back seat. Give yourself a break from that negativity for this time now, and be comfortable in the knowledge that you are now working towards becoming the person you want to be. A more reliable, more productive, more focused, and more in control version of yourself, so that you can get done what needs to be done, so that you can make good things happen in your life, and perhaps in the lives of people around you as well. Let's now give the mind some perspective. Allow the subconscious mind to understand the importance of taking care of our thoughts, taking care of what is happening in our minds each day to break down these barriers that are holding you back. I would like you to now imagine a scenario. One day your friend asks a favour of you. You're both good friends, so you're keen to help, and also this friend has helped you recently with a task that you really struggled with, so you feel that you owe it to them and would really like to repay that kindness. You tell them that of course you will help, and they are pleased that you are so keen. Now as the days go on, approaching the day of the task, your friend starts to tell you of how they expect the job is really going to take a long time to complete, and how they are really dreading it. The next day it comes up again, and you start to feel a bit concerned about it now too. Another day goes by and the worrying continues, talking about how you would really need to prepare yourself because you're not going to enjoy this one bit. The following day you have found that even before your friend brings it up, you're already worrying about it, constantly coming into mind throughout the day, and again and again and again in the following days. And now, the day before the task, it's worried you so much that you've seriously considered backing out or saying that you're sick. Everything inside you is begging you to run away from the situation and save yourself the inevitable masses of stress it's going to cause you. But this task needs to be done. There really is no getting out of it. You are going to do it anyway. So the day is finally here. You wake up feeling stressed already, struggling to get out of bed, mind full of worries. It's a beautiful day outside, and that makes it even worse. Thinking about all the nice things you could be doing instead of this horrible task. And no doubt your friend is thinking the exact same thing, and feeling quite bad about you having to help. You force yourself up and onwards and make your way to your friend's house where this job is going to take place. You're agitated and uneasy, and so is your friend. Tensions are really running high as you start the task, and continue for some time. The task goes slowly, and at any opportunity, you and your friend are getting distracted and not getting on with the work. It's seeming like the task will never be done. But then, all of a sudden, you're both finished. How on earth did that happen? It's been just a few hours and it's done already. And looking back, it suddenly dawns on you that the task wasn't difficult at all. In fact, had you been feeling a bit better in yourself, you probably would have both been able to do it easily in an hour. You both sit there a bit flabbergasted. and your friend rather embarrassed that they had built this up so much. And then you both burst into laughter, so relieved that the task is done. And you can both go spend the rest of this beautiful day doing something enjoyable. Now take a moment to come away from this picture, focusing on your breathing, focusing on how calm and comfortable you are becoming as your body relaxes and your mind relaxes with it. Underneath it all, you are in control. It may not seem like it at times, but you are in control of you, of your thoughts, of your emotions, and you have the power to make good things happen, to take control of a situation and turn negatives into positives. And we are going to do that right now by bringing ourselves back to this picture, back to this scenario. So you're sat with your friend, chatting away, having a nice coffee or something, and they tell you they have a task that they really need your help with. You jump at the idea because you need to repay the favour from a time they helped you recently. They then go on to say it's going to be a bit of a pain, but I'm sure we'll have it done in no time. You nod and say, yes, that's not a problem at all. I'm looking forward to it. I'll bring something for lunch perhaps and we'll make a day of it. As the days go on, you're looking forward to helping your friend. You know how important this task is to them, so you're really keen to help them overcome it. And you've got that clear goal in sight. Your friend having completed their task and you feeling good about having helped them. In the days between, your friend comes over, but it barely even gets mentioned. When it does, you're both feeling positive about doing the task as you reassure yourselves that it will all go smoothly. The days have gone by and it's barely even crossed your mind. And then finally, it's the day. You wake up, climb out of bed, as you normally do, get yourself ready and make your way to their house on this beautiful sunny day. You arrive full of energy, eager to start the task. Your friend was a little apprehensive at first, but seeing how pumped up you are has given them a boost, and they quickly forget about their negative feelings. The task isn't easy, but being in the right mindset ensures you both make good use of the time. You also decide to stop for a short break and have a drink and a chat and a little something to eat before finishing the task. The task is completed in great time. Both of you are happy and enjoy that sense of achievement, looking to see what a great job you've both done. You might even go as far as saying the task was actually enjoyable. And so both of you in high spirits decide to go out and enjoy the rest of the day out somewhere in this glorious sunshine. Everyone knows that sailing can be a dangerous sport, especially when sailors cover long distances over perilous seas. But with the right training and practice, it can also be a thrilling adventure. Every year there was a great race from one side of the ocean to the other. It was very competitive. People put in huge preparation to ensure that their yachts would make the journey. The race began well, but rumours started about storms. The media told of catastrophic force 9s and made other dire predictions. Of course, they weren't meteorologists, but it didn't matter to the newsreaders who continued to scaremonger. When the news came through, many sailors turned back, frightened by it. Others continued on a bit further, but the more they listened to the reports, the more uncertain they became that they would make it through with their lives. The newsreaders continued on with horrifying predictions about the size of the swells and the force of the gales. And one by one they all turned back except for just one yacht, Intrepid. It sailed through the storm, which was no more than a swell, and reached the finish line all alone. There was a media frenzy. Stations from around the world, who had been so incredulous that anyone could cross the ocean, jostled to interview the yachtsman. He smiled, a little amused, and said, "Well, I checked the forecast before I left, memorized the charts, and used my navigational aids. I switched my radio off because I knew the way." You know now how important it is to choose your thoughts with care, always bringing your mind to the positive aspects. When a task needs to be done, you think only of how great it will feel when the task is completed. And you can do this right now even, if you wish, by creating an image in your mind of you. Calm, confident, motivated. You see yourself how you imagine you might look when you are completing tasks set for yourself, seeing the happy and content look on your face, whatever the task is, after doing the dishes, cleaning, sorting paperwork, tidying, organizing, doing the gardening. How would it look at the very end of these tasks when you look at what you've achieved and really enjoying the sense of relief and achievement you get, knowing that you've done a great job? And what about any specific tasks that you've set for yourself? Things that you want to get done, that you've perhaps been struggling with before. How might you look when you've completed these tasks? What will you have to show for your efforts? How does it feel knowing that this area you once struggled with is now comfortably under your control? And also taking time to appreciate how much easier it was than you expected it might be. How great you feel now that you have time to do something else, that you can do other things without the guilt of knowing that this task is looming in the background. You are now that person who knows that you do have the power to decide what you do, and you have the power to choose what you think, so that in every moment you can bring to mind the positive aspects, imagining how well the task will go, instead of allowing the mind to dread these things. And in this way you program yourself to succeed. Your subconscious mind stops working against you, trying to distract you, to lose interest, to put the task off further and further. Instead, now it works with you, looking forward to the reward of the task, helping you to stay focused, to actually enjoy the process of doing that task. and enjoying that achievement, that great feeling, the reward you get once you've completed a task. Because these things are so important to us, having control in these areas can make a huge difference in our lives. And you take absolute pride in each and every step that you take towards completing any task, no matter how small. Knowing how much it means to you personally that you are on top of things and not letting them cause you any stress. As you tell yourself now, inside your own perfect inner mind, I can, I will. That confidence building inside you as those words echo in the background of the mind. I can, I will. Speaking to the deepest parts of your subconscious to create movement, releasing those intentions to make their way to the surface. I can, I will. The most positive, confident, in control version of yourself that you could possibly be, clearly in the background of the mind to serve as an attracting force, helping you to keep making those steps forward. And remember that no step is too small. There isn't a single step you can take towards that goal that isn't worth your time doing. So you can focus easily on that next step. Confident in your ability to focus on and decide on that next step and then take it, knowing that you are that much closer to completing the task, to that sense of achievement. Even the tiniest possible step is still a step in the right direction, on a path which leads you to your goals. As you go deeper now, each easy breath relaxing you, calming you, you can be aware of how comfortable and peaceful you are becoming as your body relaxes and your mind relaxes with it, filling you completely. I would like you to imagine that you are in a sailing boat, all alone, floating on a lake. All around are mountains, their steep sides covered with forests of pine trees, their peaks capped with snow. You have sailed to the very center of the lake, enjoying the fresh, clean air and the scent of the pine forests carried on the breeze that drives the boat forward, filling the sails at a gentle but exhilarating pace. The splash and gurgle of the water as the boat cuts through the gentle swell, the creaking of the rigging and the crack of the sails as they fill with each gentle gust of air. You can be aware of how good you feel, alone with your own thoughts, alone with the sounds of nature all around, a calm, natural peace that knows no troubles or concerns, and nothing disturbs that peace. Nothing bothers you at all. Now the wind drops to almost nothing, the sails flap limply as they empty of the wind that drives the boat forward. The surface of the water becomes calm, still, flat as a mill pond. The surface ruffled only now and then by a gentle zephyr. You feel the sun warming your skin, comfortably warm, soothing and relaxing you. The quiet surrounds you now, broken only by the gurgle of the water beneath the hull, the faint sounds of birdsong, the occasional splash as a fish rises to take an insect. Calm, peaceful tranquility surrounds you and envelops you. And you lie down on a soft cushion on the bottom of the boat, unconcerned at the lack of wind, knowing that the engine is there and in perfect working order when and if required. You look up at the crystal clarity of the blue sky. Small clouds, perfect and white, hang above and around the tops of the mountains, visible from where you are, so relaxed and comfortable. The still air carries the sounds of some fishermen casting their lines from the shore. And there the distant tone of a church bell calms you, relaxing you more and more with each note. High in the sky, a jet trail marks the progress of an airliner, etching its progress towards the far reaches of this wonderful world. And you relax even deeper, feeling within a calm, comfortable heaviness that is so pleasant and so very nice. The boat drifts, rising and falling with the almost non-existent swell. You are looking now at the very tip of the mast as it sways gently. It appears to touch the clear blue sky above. The air is so clean here, you can taste it and you feel the calm tranquility. Absorb that gentle peace. And you drift too with thoughts that are pleasant and calming. You breathe in peace and calm with every gentle breath, breathing out anxiety and stress. Here you have time to reflect on those things which have caused you stress. You have time now to assess carefully, and with clarity not very often available to you, the importance and the relevance of so many different things. You realize that you have fallen into a habit of reacting in a manner which has proved stressful for you. You have reacted to stress in the same way that the mouse responds to the lurking cat, staying out of sight, hiding away from those stressors. You resolve now to ignore the cat and to calmly reflect and decide on the most peaceful and effective way to live your life. Calmly, confidently, in control, knowing that you are in control of you and of your own life. Things that are stressful are so because we allow them to be. And you are now that person who is aware that you do have the choice. You choose to be calm and unaffected by the rush and the hurry. To make unhurried and calculated decisions that are the right ones for you and those who are important to you. You can be aware now of the peace, the calm, the confidence that fills you, expanding within you, and you enjoy the stillness, the warmth of the sun, the subtle sounds of nature all around, the sights and the scents that can allow you to be aware of the larger world, the depth of the water beneath you, the natural world at peace with itself, as all troubles and cares fade into unimportance, insignificance. You feel so much stronger now, aware that the strength comes from deep within you. It was there all the time, hidden for a while beneath turmoil and stress, but no longer shrouded by a veil of negativity and a lack of confidence. It shines through and you recognize the strength that is yours, and resolve now to use that which is yours to your highest benefit. As the boat drifts, you know that it can be so easy to allow the prevailing winds to take you wherever they will. But in your vessel you have the power, when the winds blow, to tack and to steer, using the winds as you choose to guide which is the right way for you. And you have in reserve too that engine, that power which can mean to you that you have complete choice in the way that you go. But it can be pleasant to drift, knowing that you can choose freedom, calm, confidence, and you will you not? And if you ever feel burdened and stressed, you can choose to get into your boat and drift whenever you need to, whenever you want to, using the strength that is yours and so growing stronger with each and every passing day.